So Drake reportedly dissed a Canadian politician after they supported Kendrick Lamar by attending his show in Toronto, and these reports went viral after Drake posted this on IG stories to Jagmeet Singh, "You're a goof." That led to reports like Drake labels Canadian politician Jagmeet Singh a goof for attending Kendrick Lamar's Toronto concert. And before we dive into it, including reactions online and receipts getting posted by fans, at the latter part of the video, we have more that has sparked heated debates, as it looks like Complex would rather troll hip-hop fans than focus on reporting hip-hop news, as they dropped yet another list, this time of the top 50 greatest diss tracks of all time. And before we get to it, here's an exercise for you guys. Take a guess on the song that they ranked at number 1, and if you've been following these Complex lists, they should be an easy exercise. And we'll end it today with split opinions right now when it comes to the Diddy case, as we got Judge Mathis weigh in on how many years Diddy could do in prison if the case were to end today, while on the other end, we got actor and comedian TK Kirkland with opposing opinions on the same case. And starting with Drake reportedly dissing the Canadian politician and former leader of the NDP, Jagmeet Singh, over attending the Kendrick Lamar concert in Toronto, this looks to be the icing on the cake when it comes to the city flipping on Drake, at least in Drake's opinion. As if you recall, we saw videos of fans at the show in Toronto requesting that Not Like Us be played one more time. And now this. And social media users in Kendrick's corner were quick to pull up receipts from a few months back when Lil Yachty was on the Flagrant podcast talking about how Drake was unbothered.
Outside of the people who care about hip-hop, bro,
nobody gives a
at all.
They just want to party. There's some beautiful girl they want to dance with,
and they want to dance to Drake.
Yeah,
God's plan is gonna come on,
and then you gonna fucking dance to it.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
Really?
No, he was genuinely unfazed. I respected it a lot, and I talked to him. That shit didn't bother him. As it shouldn't. He's a fucking guy. But if I had $700 million, you could.
It gotta bother you a little bit. If you're
an artist, you're sensitive. You feel the world.
I mean, obviously, you. I don't know. I wasn't there. Like I said, I was in Europe. I wasn't next to him like how I usually do be. But he was, I never saw him down. Then to a point where I just stopped talking to him about it because I felt like I was the one bringing him the negativity. Like I was bringing the cloud when I would be like, oh man, I hate that this person said this. And I was showing him shit he hadn't seen. So then I started realizing, wait, I'm bringing you the negativity. I just realized that his energy wasn't down. So I wasn't going to try
bring him down.
Right.
And Kendrick fans have been rubbing it in on social media. Don't forget everyone, he's not bothered. That's what y'all owls say all day, every day. Yet he continues to stalk the internet like a creep, searching for people to attack, like comments that harass or ridicule Kendrick. At the UMG, is this how your employees should act? What is your policy? And now some have concluded the biggest goof in hip-hop history is out here calling other people goofs. The irony is insane. And the biggest question right now, even found on the Kendrick Lamar subreddit, is this: why the F would he share this loudly crying emojis? And even Batman with layers of plot armor couldn't get this information out of me, so it is quite strange that Drake will choose to post this. But what are your thoughts? And speaking on diss tracks, Complex decided to stir the pot further with another list. And if you recall, the last time they did this, we got the top 50 rappers from LA, and they decided to exclude Tupac, all while they included other rappers who weren't even born in LA. And this time we got another one, and perhaps some of you already guessed it, Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us was ranked at number 1, the greatest diss track of all time.
You serious?
But it got even more interesting in my opinion as they got Takeover at number 3 and Ether at number 4. And the list was also filled with songs that barely qualify as diss tracks, all while KillShot that broke YouTube when it dropped came in at even behind songs like Push Ups, the same one that people thought was AI Drake when it initially dropped. And boy, the reactions have been all over the place. The fact that Not Like Us is over Hit 'Em Up tells me a child wrote this list, and some believe it is time to excommunicate Complex from hip-hop media. Takeover over Ether lets you know they are not part of the culture, but perhaps I've seen enough from Complex to not be surprised by this list, and you could say I've become desensitized by what they have put out in the past. And we got more. The recency bias on this list is jumping out. Not Like Us is not the #1 diss track of all time. Ether should be before Takeover. KillShot is way too low. Throw the whole list away and start over. And some are asking, how is DMX Go to Sleep not on the list? And you know the game is gonna be raging when he sees the list, and it is all out confusion right now. Not Like Us before Hit 'Em Up and No Vaseline, then they got Real MFNGs all the way at 38, and unless I overlooked it, Go to Sleep with M and DMX is nowhere on the list. No Foxy, but they got that weak bomb Sheether on there. Where's Who Shot Ya? LOL, yeah, I know who made this list. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on the list, as I believe this is Complex pretty much embracing rage bait at the expense of their brand to stay afloat. And before we end it today, we got some split views when it comes to how Diddy's case could end up. And before we get to Judge Mathis' take on how many years he believes Diddy could get if the case ended today and it was a state case, we got actor and comedian TK Kirkland give an unpopular opinion about the Diddy case on the Unpopular Opinion podcast.
DA doesn't have nothing on Puffy Combs.
In this current case, you said?
This current case with Cassie.
Yeah, for sure.
What the DA's doing, I want the world to understand this, is whatever Puffy did to the universe and people, I'm quite sure he's a horrible person, because you hear a lot of horrible stories, right? But what the DA is doing, they're assassinating his character to the point that if he loses this case, he'll never be the same person again when he gets out. He will be looked at twice. People may not want to do business with him, and hopefully he's smart enough to just disappear and not try to be back in the spotlight. Just go fade into the sunset until we hear about his death, right? Don't try to be a star no more.
Don't try to get
You
back.
embarrass your children. You embarrass your mom. Because I would have took the deal. Because there's no way I would have had my daughters hearing me.
Oh my God.
Stuff that I was going to do. I couldn't do it.
I would rather have to explain it to my children when I'm home than just take whatever years they're offering. Now, if it's 3 to 5,
no.
I could take.
I totally agree. But
if you're offering double digits,
he's not going to get. They're not asking him no 3 to 5.
I question Cassie's character as a pregnant woman coming up, and you feel like you really need to do this to seek justice when you've already settled. Like, yes, his trial's going to go on whether you testify or not. But I just feel like when you're pregnant, all the anxiety, all the thoughts you have are transferred to that baby in your stomach.
I paid you $30 million. Excuse my language.
Yes.
You supposed to tell a motherfucker I ain't coming.
Thank you.
Imagine how he feel.
Imagine.
I paid you $30 million and you in here in court.
She's coming up right now. And didn't even write a book yet.
Now let's go deeper. It ain't her. It's the white man again. Her husband got in her ear.
Yeah, I think so.
She told all his business. The trainer knew too, because the trainer used to work with Pop.
Yep.
He's prepping on how they gonna move.
I agree.
And we're gonna sue.
That's how white people play.
That's how white people play.
That's exactly.
See, black people are so emotional.
They're not gonna
so Christian. Let's do the right thing. This is some real shit I'm saying.
Yeah. Real. But I think Puff's arrogance when it came to her, like, oh, she ain't gonna say shit, she good, I'm gonna give her the bread, whatever. He didn't really think she was probably gonna come back and testify on him. I really don't believe it.
No, he had to. I don't know, man, because don't make sense.
It does not.
I'm not giving nobody $30 million. But what these young guys today don't have, what we had when we was growing up, don't know how to knock this off, and attorneys.
What'd you say more about that? Say more.
No, you got to go back, start kidnapping motherfuckers, dog. You got to go back. You got to be like going to court. We can't find the witness or the attorney.
Case dismissed.
Everybody missing.
And the reactions so far are divided as expected, and some agree with Kirkland. I have to agree, unless they can find some indisputable evidence, like he was drugging them without their knowledge. At this point, everyone knew what they were doing, or explicit acts with minors. Let the dude go. He's a freakazoid is all I currently see. While on the other end, we got this. These men aren't even paying attention to the trial, because if they were, they would know she wasn't paid 30 million. If I recall, it was 20 million, and that Cassie was subpoenaed by the federal government. And we got to hear from Judge Mathis, who shared his opinion on how much time Diddy would serve in prison based on what we've seen today if this was a state case and not a federal one.
Let me say what I think has been proven. The things I've heard, the testimony, the video I observed, I'm convinced that he was involved in at least 2 cases of assault and battery against women. I'm convinced that yes, he facilitated or was an accessory and perhaps an accomplice to the explosion in the car. And to that extent, I'd have to give him a few years. And on the multiple assault and batteries against women, I'd have to give him a few more on that. If you want to sum it up, if it were a state crime, the Judge Mathis has observed the evidence and the testimony and the transcripts, what would I give him, 5 to 10?
Which is not letting him off on anything.
Not at all.
That's a tough sentence in my opinion.
I agree.
And the reactions were split on this, and you could find takes like these across social media platforms. You would be given time out of spite. You can't charge him for that Kid Cudi incident because you don't have proof. That could have just been a coincidence. You would have to let him off. These hoes he was dealing with wasn't nothing but tricks, and that's how he treated them. Even on IG under his post, we got a lot of these. How did you come up with guilty about the car? No proof was given, so people can just walk into court and tell a story against you and you get years? No proof required. Am I missing something? Is proof no longer required in court? And boy, it was a lot of users in Diddy's corner on X. Although on the other end, some believe he'll get way more than 5 to 10 years. And more, Diddy needs a timeout about 8 to 10 years to meditate on why he traded in a remarkable life to become a perverted menace to society. He gave us Biggie and one more chance. Let that sink in. This dude wilding. And that will be all for today, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.